Saban normally goes hands in armpits when he knows he's answering a question he could totally step in it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could say something where people pull a quote and say, yeah, all you kids that want some NIL money, you don't go to Alabama. I like what Nick Saban says about it.
I don't think that's exactly what it is. I think when he says things that he may not actually know if he's 100% telling the truth on. Is when he does this.
Well, and I think he's holding back a little bit too.
Yeah, and so he went, as far as I know, none of our people who've come on official visits have asked for $5,000 from us.
Yeah, you're saying that may not make it to Saban's desk, that might be an underling under Saban saying, hey, look, but, Bobby Todd here wants $5,000. Are we in on him? And the guy goes, oh, yeah, give him $5,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Nick
may not know it, but all of a sudden he's like, okay, I'm saying something here that.
So I'm going to go to my knowledge here.
I'm hoping I'm saying it correctly.
By the way he did that, he has now opened the door. If I'm making an official visit for the Tennessee game, I'm going to be like, you know what, Pops? Ask Saban for $5,000 if he really wants me to come in now.
Yeah, that's why I hate this for Gene Smith. He set the market now.
Oh, he really did.
If Ohio State's $5,000, wait a second.
Was Brandy Favre asking the question, and then the other thing, extortion is what he's talking about. That's what NIL has become. It's extortion.
Yeah.
You want me to come to your campus? You give me $5,000. If not, I'm going to go to Tallahassee.
All right. But
it's malware, Brown. It's malware. Okay, you want your official visit back?
Let me ask you.
Pay me $5,000
real quick before you get to your point. Before you get to your point, I was telling somebody yesterday, you don't have to be rich. You got to have rich friends. Right. Those are the ones that'll take you places. Okay. But if you had a rich friend that was inviting you to the beach for a week, do you ask for $5,000 on top of it?
Let me ask you this: if you, as a Rams fan, you could pluck one player off any team in the NFL,
Christian McCaffrey.
All right.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey.
Boy, our offense. Woo.
Christian McCaffrey is a free agent.
Yep.
Jamar Chase.
And you bring him in to visit the Rams. What do you want the Rams to do?
I want them to wine and dine him.
That's right. You want them to roll out the red carpet.
They already do that.
They do that, yeah. They're eating lobster and everything.
I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But now we're going to give them $5,000?
What's the difference? I mean,
there's a big difference.
What's the big
Christian
difference?
McCaffrey's not going to ask for $5,000 when free agents go on these trips. They don't ask for money.
My point is, Christian McCaffrey's getting $5,000 and then some.
So are these other guys.
They're not getting anywhere close to that. They're visiting a college campus for a weekend.
I'm going Dabo. I'm laying it down. This is ridiculous.
They go to Chuck's Fish and they stay in the nicest hotel in a college town. Christian McCaffrey comes to visit L.A. as a free agent. They absolutely roll out the red carpet. They put him in the top-notch hotel. He eats anything he wants. It's $5,000 worth of stuff or $5,000 cash. It's still $5,000.
Oh, yeah, but this is on top of that, though, right? That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying you don't get that on the college campus.
No, you do, though. Like, you don't. I can't.
You can't on the
I
college
am commuting
campus.
from Lake Martin to Auburn, back to Lake Martin, back to Auburn because I can't afford $1,200 a night for the rooms the recruits will be staying in.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to what you do in NFL free agents, so we don't bat an eye at that.
I disagree. I think we're giving the kids the lobster dinners. I think they're staying at the nicest hotels. They're getting a bunch of merch and swag.
My point is, Lance, the nicest hotels at a college town aren't what you're going to put the kid in L.A. or South Beach or somewhere like that.
Okay, but guess what? A 17 or 18-year-old doesn't deserve what Christian McCaffrey's getting.
I don't really understand why you're arguing about the NFL.
Because I'm saying this is what is already happening. Why are we drawing the line right here in college football?
Because Christian McCaffrey might be the greatest player in the NFL or greatest player in the world right now. This might be the
greatest player in college football.
But he hasn't proved anything.
But, I mean, all right. But you want him. What if he is? You're never going to have him.
Well,
I don't have a problem with this.
I do. I got a big problem with this one.
Well, I don't know why. Riley says, all right, Brown, go pay an unproven intern $100,000 because they might be the best intern. If we had an intern that we thought might change our business forever, we probably wouldn't make him an intern. We'd probably pay him.
You tell me there are only a handful of kids that have actually changed the trajectory of a program in college football.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Ohio State and Alabama don't need that. I'm just saying.
You don't think Ohio State and Alabama could use a legitimate quarterback right now?
Oh, I think they could, but I'm just saying.
Probably the piece that's standing in the way of both of them contending for the national championship right now.
But it's not like they're not going to win national championships in the next 3, 4, 5 years.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I think my point, Brown, is we're already doing, well more than $5,000 worth, which we all agree on, to entertain you. And we've entertained you multiple times already. we're already probably sliding you money under the table,
Exactly.
and now you're going to milk me for $5,000 more
where,
to pay
where
a
does
visit.
it stop? I mean, where does it really
5,000
stop?
more
It
dollars?
stops where the open market says it stops.
Yeah, well, that's why if I'm all the other ADs, I'm calling Gene Smith and saying, look, we're going to lay down. We've got to have a universal rule.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
I mean, out of principle, I don't know how you pay a high school recruit to come onto your campus.
Look,
that is so disrespectful.
I don't like it either. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the fact that they're doing this, but I'm just saying we're naive if we don't think it was already going on. You don't think this was already happening?
But you've invited me to your house.
Right.
And now I'm asking for money. It's one thing if you want me to sign with your program, then give me money. I got that. But if you want to invite me to check out everything and ask me for $5,000, that is ridiculous.
I watched the Dion the 30 for 30 last
But I do
night.
agree with you. People will pay it.
Yeah, of course they'll pay it because they
think
want
it's
great
so stupid.
players.
I watched the Dion documentary, the 30 for 30 last night, and Dion, the whole 1992 thing, and the Braves were upset. They had him through July, but they worked an agreement for him to play through the playoffs in the World Series, and he's coming back in 1993. They agreed to a contract for him to play, be with the Braves the whole season, pay him for baseball for the whole season in 1993. But somehow Sherholtz and Dion had gotten on the wrong side of each other during the whole 1991 playing both ways, because he'd sort of told them not going to go play with the Falcons when the playoffs are going on, and he did end up going to play for the Falcons that one day on October 11th, I think it was. So in 1993, Dion signs the contract and deal, but he doesn't do the big day at the ballpark with the fans. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. And every time Sherholtz would call him, he's like, "Don't call my house unless you tell me more money. You're paying me to play baseball. You're not you're not paying me to go to these fan days, to pose for this, to do these interviews, to do that." And the other players were doing that, but Dion said, "No, that's you worked out a deal. You made a big pissy moan about me playing football on that day, and now this is what's in my contract. I'm gonna play baseball for you." A few days later, he's with the Cincinnati Reds.
They just said we're not going to take that. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you can do that. I mean, that's the Dabo stance, right? And I mean, do you think Dabo's going to win a national championship in the next 5 years?
I don't, but I would take the stance on this. I'm telling you, it's somebody's lazy uncle that did this. He's not working.
This is people who realize that they've got a generational athlete in their family, at least they think, right? And he may never make the NFL. This is my one chance to make a little money that I thought I'd never have. I mean, that's what it is.
It's extortion.
I mean, I guess it's extortion. I don't know that it's extortion. But I don't know why this is surprising when we've opened the door for this.
What is surprising is it's $5,000 to come for a visit.
Right.
It's not surprising to me if it's $150,000 to sign with us or $1 million to sign with us. I don't set a limit on that.
Yeah, but what a weird place to draw a line.
Yeah, but
It
though.
is, because it seems so petty that now just to visit, where I may end up paying you $1 million,
So-
to come just for you to
Okay.
decide where you want to make your $1 million, you're going to hold me over the barrel for $5,000.
What was Cam Newton worth to you?
It was worth everything.
Yeah, he's worth
Okay,
$5 million a
everything.
year.
So you wouldn't have paid him $5,000 to visit your school?
You don't know he was going to be that good, though.
Some people would have.
Well, you didn't know that when you paid the $1 million to get him, Lance.
Some people would have. But I'm telling you, I've got a chance. You got a chance to make $1 million here. We're a
Right.
great program.
Yep.
We're going to give you $1 million. You're going to be our starting quarterback. And then you're like, okay, that million's good. The lobster was great at dinner. The limo was fantastic. Pops loved the cigars.
Right.
Blah 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 blah. I also want $5,000
So
cash.
your issue is they look cheap doing it.
Well,
No.
it's just
It's embarrassing. So Nick Saban is the greatest coach in college football history.
I agree.
And you want me to come to a birthday party, do the fucking electric slide, and I'll give you $5,000 to come to my campus? No, not doing it. I'm not doing it.
At one point,
17-year-old is not dictating that. I'm getting out of the damn game. I would.
Well, I mean, it would get you out of the game. You'd
would.
have to find another job.
I mean, $1 million is okay, man. I can pay you $1 million once you sign with us because you're with us. But I'm gonna pay you You're gonna all this stuff I'm giving you. You're gonna tack on $5,000 just because you can.
Such a bad look.
Just because you can.
So your guys' issue is you just look petty and cheap. It's not the.
Well, it's just because you can. You know you can, and
There's
now
no
you're gonna
doubt.
No,
do it.
and it's
There's no
unheard
doubt.
of, though. Like, you just give me any walk of life where somebody makes you pay them to take a visit.
I gave you one. It's free agency in the
I mean,
NFL.
no, but they don't. They don't give them cash.
I'll give you
but you're getting hung up on the cash, Lance.
Well, yeah, that's a big deal.
But here's this is happening in our world everywhere. Ticketmaster, when you go to Vegas in a hotel,
Yes.
these damn fees that they put on you, it's the same thing. And it pisses you all off,
Of course
doesn't it?
it
It pisses
does,
me off.
yes.
Okay, I'm paying $200 for a pair of tickets. Oh, now I'm checking out and it's $295. Well, where's the $95? Oh, it's fees. Well, F you guys. I'll go to ATIX. I'll buy it from my freaking ATIX.
I know.
And I'll pay more. I'll pay more just because I know ATIX is giving me a price. I'm going to pay for it.
This
at
is
ATIX.
still-
And it's more than what I was going to pay at Ticketmaster. But you know what? I'm not going to be nickeled and dimed by your ass. And then I go to these casinos and these hotels in Vegas, and it's like, oh, here, it's $220 a night with your rewards, Jim, because you lose every time you come here. We'll give you one night free because you suck at gambling. Here you go. I get there, and then there's resort fees that is more than $220. And I'm like, that makes no sense to me. You're basically lying to me. You're just tacking on petty ass shit.
Well, it's these resort fees. I mean, that is ridiculous. But what I'm saying is, you say it's free agency in the NFL. Those guys are getting the great hotel rooms, the jets, all this stuff. But these recruits are getting the same thing at this level.
They are, but I'm just.
But can you imagine if you heard Christian McCaffrey was like, and we keep using him as an example, whoever, but they're like, hey, I'm going to come see the Browns. I'll come visit, but I'm going to need you to throw me an extra $50,000.
But my point is, if the Rams pay Christian McCaffrey, if their total bill for his visit is $25,000, and the total bill for the best prospects visit is $15,000, it's $10,000. Y'all could talk about cash or where you spend it, but it's $10,000. I mean, that's the difference. Is my point there, Lance?
I know,
that,
but one's a proven commodity.
okay, that's fine, but that's not nobody coming to college football is a proven commodity.
It's not the dollar value. It is the fact that I'm doing all this
That's
other
what
stuff.
I'm saying. You guys are just saying you look cheap doing it. That's your issue.
I mean,
with it.
you
don't.
Okay, I can do. I mean, I will give you $5,000 worth of food, or you can stay a whole week in the hotel for $5,000.
So you're
but you're going to
spending
do all of
$5,000
this,
either way.
and it's what? No matter what I do for you, you're going to go on and give me $5,000 cash.